The lack of DNA machine at County Referral Hospital is still a challenge to the fight against rape. The limited availability of family planning services in most health facilities still remain a challenge. Confidentiality of data on SGBV and survival need improvement. That director at CSO GBV actor by some government officials and prominent citizens still remain a challenge. Human trafficking still high in Liberia. So these are the recommendations that you listed earlier, and then followed by the challenges that we have observed in the 5 spotlight counties as a civil society organization working in these counties.
Thank you. So you are through.
No clap for the man. They will do that kind of way, yeah, no clap. I said at the first phrase, somewhere around 9th Street.
Yeah.
And I told you people that it was even wrong that you call the minister at the level when you are validating. It's always important that we are there from the inception and we understand exactly what's going on, so that we all can work together and then end the work together. Since the day of this project is one of the best projects.
Yeah.
Why? Because it brings stakeholders in face-to-face contact dialogue where we can iron our dirty clothes not on Facebook, but on Facebook and still find solutions. On Facebook, it's a public dialogue, but it's a dialogue where we find solutions together. As we talk about spotlight issues, I'm happy with us saying spotlight. The total money the government received from spotlight is around 22 million, right, Mohammed?
Yeah.
The total budget there.
The total budget there, so we got 18 million. But out of the amount that we received, like 60% or more was given to who? It was given to civil society. Who did they give the money to? Who did the global community give the money to? Government of Liberia.
Yeah.
So the money that civil society has, the money that you have, is the government money. Government is implementing through you.
Yeah.
So when you do things and you say the government have not done it, it's civil society who's doing it, then I say no. It's the government. Everything that you do is the government that's doing it. Because it's the government money. It's the spotlight money. It's for all of us. Because the government is not a building. The government is the people and the power that is inherent within us. So it means the work that you are doing is the government work. And that's why it's good when we come to this kind of forum, when we can measure our achievements, we can have dialogue and then come up with what we have achieved together, what civil society have done. So while it's true, I appreciate it. The only part I didn't see was what is civil society doing. I see government is not doing more community engagement, but we get more than 60% of the money to civil society. So how many community engagement did civil society do? You understand it? So all the different work that civil society did, all the different engagement that they have been doing, because we receive a lot of reports about awareness, a lot of reports. So what are we saying? Are we saying we shouldn't have given the money to civil society? Because civil society is doing engagement, so it means it's the government that's doing engagement. The only thing I see that's not happening here is the involvement, the full involvement of government entities within this kind of, work that civil society is doing. Civil society alone goes to the community and implement, and sometimes, government is not even there to say we did this work together, and sometimes it's hard for us to report against those issues. And that's why when you ask me, I keep saying government have done this, government have done this. Today, as I report to you, I'm supposed to have a whole file of all those that received spotlight money and everything they did, so I can say government of Liberia will reach out to, we did awareness in the 15 counties. 22 civil society members did awareness in Bapulu, this county. We put all those different efforts and engagement together and report together as a government. But then again, I'm still happy because when I see here, I see a lot of progress that civil society said government have made. You know, when it comes from civil society, it gotta be true, right?
Oh, yes.
Because if people are watchdog, they here to keep the government feet to the fire. So I was saying, we'll be grabbing their feet to put their feet there. We only each other feet, you know, to ensure that they work in the money that we receive, we all accounting and reporting for it.
Yeah.
But there are a few issues that came up here. I know under the spotlight, you said only 2 motorbikes you receive, or is that for LOFA?
They're counting.
They're counting.
Yeah,
Okay.
For the WAG
Okay, but at least we did well as government. We gave, you know, 2 motorbikes.
motorbikes.
Yes, we did well. So apart from the 2 motorbikes,
Back there was no maintenance provided, even gasoline and other things, but at least they received the motorbikes.
we
Yeah.
got partners, the civil societies in the country that can come and buttress government's effort.
Yeah,
Government
to
get
carry on
motorbike,
the
you know,
maintenance
civil
aspect.
society can come and say our people, but I mean it's a certain point.
Yeah.
Because without maintenance, you know, those things wouldn't last. It would end up, you know, spoiling. The progress here is a progress that we all made together. I want us to give ourselves a very big hand clap.
Wow.
They not do it alone. We are shining here because you people help us, you grease us. Huh? When it comes to the challenges, I see the challenges are even more than the
progress.
that we made. The challenges are a whole list. But there are some issues that I see reflecting within these challenges that has already been addressed, especially when it comes to the issue with the confidentiality when it comes to survival. At the level of government, it has been addressed. For instance, we don't mention names within our report. We use coding where you cannot even know the survivor, who the survivor is. If you say it has not been addressed, especially when it comes to imposing public laws for people who try to,
post on the social
post on social media. We came here the other time, I told you that it's one of the biggest problems that government has. It isn't that it is government ourselves who's, exposing the face and the names of our survivors, but it's just us, mostly civil society organization. They will go and take those children's names, place it on Facebook, and even their face, sometimes bloody on our clothes and everything else will put it on Facebook. And you see, everything you post on the media, everything you give to internet, it doesn't go away. It is there forever. That child will grow, she will continue to get re-victimized. Every time she visits the page and they come across those photos, then it occurs to her that something happened to her. So the healing process is going to be forever. There's the issue of still lacking the enforcement and implementation of laws that criminalizes SGBV is still lacking. Yeah, it's still lacking the enforcement there. I don't understand that part of it because it's a lot that we are doing. I know there are challenges, especially when it comes to logistics, such as vehicles and stuff like that. But government say, okay, since you say when you go to the police station, police can ask you, say, give me what in transportation. Police can say, I get transportation. Government say, we want WAPS officers to be asking for transportation and all the kind of thing. Let's provide how many bags? Two bags. Then we have the roadmap. Most of you here were part of the crafting of the roadmap, the national SGBV roadmap. The roadmap have been able to purchase 3 vehicles for Montserrat for now. The next term will start with the next county. 3 vehicles for the ministry to be able to provide support. 1 vehicle for the WAPS office and 10 motorbikes for Montserrat. It means they told us they got 10 zones. We say each of the zones should have, they said actually it was 11, but at the time they told us 10 zones. So each of the zones should have like 1 motorbike. And then when the new money comes, maybe we'll start with MOGCSP. So by the time the roadmap ends, we at least want to ensure that we are able to address most of these issues. But the enforcement of this law does not only lie with the Ministry of Gender or with government. I want us to also, always include civil society in this kind of, lines and challenges. Civil society have to help us because you people are the ones in the community. What is true?